Each episode literally kept increasingly getting more and more extreme, intense, and had me on the edge of my seat so bad that my face was hurting. I was clenching the entire time watching it, and I have no regrets. It was really that good. Let's get into it. Hey y'all, hey, thanks for joining. Let's get into all things Fear Factor, House of Fear. If you are new here, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe because this show is so insane that I absolutely need to talk about this. In January of 2026, the new reboot for Fear Factor premiered on Fox. You can watch it on Disney Plus. But this one now comes with a twist. This is Fear Factor House of Fear. So they have all 14 contestants living in a house together, all competing for $200,000, but still staying true to that extreme, insane energy that we love, that is the OG Fear Factor, but with the twist of adding in a more reality show, learn the actual contestants' backstory sort of vibe. I must say, this has been such an amazing season. I am excited to see where this franchise goes. And having Johnny Knoxville as the host is the perfect energy for what this show needs and requires, because he is the perfect balance of crazy enough to be around this stuff and not be weirded out about it and kind of intrigued, and he's kind of into it, so he makes you excited about it, but also familiar and nostalgic enough that he keeps the show grounded in a way where it really just keeps you interested the entire time. So as we know, the original Fear Factor was always known for its extreme challenges where contestants had to do everything from drink donkey urine to hang upside down, blindfolded with snakes around them. Like, that's just what Fear Factor is all about. It tests just how far you will go to face your fears. The original Fear Factor was canceled twice. Initially in 2006, it was due to declining ratings against competitors like American Idol at the time. But they were able to revamp it because people really wanted to see the show. So it came back again in 2012. However, it was then canceled again because it was just deemed too extreme because the contestants were drinking happy juice from several animals. And the popularity just started to decline because what viewers were interested in had started to shift. Audience were preferring a more emotionally engaging reality content show. And Fear Factor was never about that. It was always how extreme can we push to make the challenges. And the controversial content combined with the low ratings just led to the franchise kind of just dying out. You would see people reference it in pop culture, but we hadn't seen any episodes of Fear Factor until now. So we are back with this entirely new twist in Fear Factor House of Fear. And this is perfect for the modern viewer because, listen, when we're watching shows now, we prefer reality shows that feature personal growth. We want to know strategies and narratives. Audiences now need to have just a little more meat on the bones. And Fear Factor House of Fear is giving all of that. So let's break down the contestants that are on this season and get into all things that are happening because it's drama in the house. It's drama at the challenges. Baby, it is intensity at the end game. Let's break down all of the contestants as well as the new features of the show. So first off, I do want to say Fear Factor House of Fear casting, immaculate. This is such a great blend of diverse people that are all so interesting in their own right. And the way that they're approaching this game and how they're doing this show is so entertaining. Like, to the point that I don't even know if Fear Factor does like a reunion show like the Real Housewives. But if they don't, I need that. I need Johnny Knoxville on the couch. I need them sitting up there. We got to break all these things down. And as I go over the characters, you're going to know exactly what I mean. Let's get into all of the contestants for season 1, Fear Factor House of Fear. So first up, you have Dita. He is a professional soccer player, very athletic, young, killing it in the challenges. Next, you have Blake. He is a high school AP physics teacher, super obsessed with Fear Factor. He's darn near like a historian of the show. So that plays into how strategically he maneuvers through everything. You have Chelsea. She's a communications practitioner, which sounds very cool. Chelsea is interesting. She's a little bit of an underrated card, but she's great. You have Damien. She is a salon owner. Sis is fly. Sis is serving us bust downs with the baby hairs. She and in all of it, truly facing her fears, but not giving up, loving the bright light that she is on this season. You have Danielle, who is an aerospace engineer, very reserved, but definitely like a little bit of a silent, they say you got to watch those quiet ones. That's definitely Danielle. You have Ethan. He is an emergency dispatcher. Jaylene, she's in marketing. Jenny is a teacher's aide. Kristen is a school counselor. So I'm really naming off what they do because all of it kind of plays into how they navigate the house, as well as how they navigate who they're choosing to partner with in challenges, as well as who they're building allyship with and alliances within the house. Next up, we have Lance. Lance is a flight attendant. Lance gives very churchy, like he be it, and like he grew up with his grandmama and his aunties and his mama and them. Lance got a lot of stuff with him, honey, but he is really great for this show. You have Rob, who is, phenomenal athlete. This man, he said he scuba dives and he bikes and he cycles and he runs and he said he skateboards. And so, of course, he's an adrenaline. He chases the adrenaline rush. So definitely need someone like that in this show. And he's been doing great so far. You have Rodney, who is a retired NYPD detective. And let me tell you something about when you are in law enforcement. Because I was in that uniform for 10 years. Y'all, certain things that we do as in law enforcement, it just comes so naturally. So it's a blessing and a little bit of a detriment for Rodney because he really is in detective mode a lot, but he is not as stealth as he thinks he is. Or maybe I just see it because I recognize the signs. But either way, I'm like, now, detective, get off the floor doing recon. You have Tyler. She is a stay-at-home mom. She absolutely is fully tapping into that role already, like taking the younger contestants under her wing. We can see it. They're even calling her mom. But again, in a show like Fear Factor, do you want to challenge your mom in something where your mom probably has to eat a pie full of roaches? It's like, y'all, it's good. It really shakes things. It shakes things up so good. And last of the contestants for season 1 of Fear Factor, House of Fear, is Zach. Zach is a coal miner. Zach is very much, I'm not here to make friends. I'm cool on y'all. I'm used to being a socially awkward guy. He has a mullet. And Zach is like, I'm here for the money. I ain't here for friends. So you can just imagine how all of these different energies play out and how it all comes to be. So with the new setup with Fear Factor House of Fear that I really like as well. Yes, they are living in a home together, but also just the way the challenges and the structure of the show has been completely revamped as well. Each day they're doing different challenges, of course. Winners are safe from elimination. Sometimes they're individual contests. Sometimes there are partnered or team exercises. But, the winners usually are exempt. And with Fear Factor House of Fear, they're able to choose who will be put into what's known as the end game, which is the final challenge in each episode to determine who will get to stay and who will be eliminated. And a very cool thing that they've added now to Fear Factor House of Fear is the winners always get an early glimpse of what the challenge will be in the end game. And they walk into this room and listen, I'm not usually one for AI videos, but they generate AI videos to give them hints and clues of what the end game will result in. So it gives them this advantage to see like, okay, it's a game that involves water or it involves, bugs or rodents. So they'll get little just glimpses of and clues of what the challenge will be. And strategically, they're able to decide if we send this person in, we know that they'll be good, or we know that they'll really struggle with this. There are so many different levels of strategy that are at play now that they're in a home together, because the contestants really get to know each other. They get to know their phobias and their fears. And for example, one of the contestants, Jaylene, has been a vegan for 16 years. So no animal products whatsoever in 16 years. And she's on Fear Factor, y'all. So just imagine how that's going for sister. I don't want to spoil. No spoiler alerts. But it's like, y'all, it's so entertaining. I cannot urge you enough to watch this show. The other part that I really like about it is that just because you may have lost and you end up in the end game, that like final challenge before the end of each episode, you can end up in the end game, but there have been a few times where the person that's in the end game gets to choose who's going to be in there with them. So again, just adding more layers to strategy and how this game can be played. And I'll be honest, y'all, Johnny Knoxville, as the host, will say, as the other contestants are standing there, does anyone want to plead their case of why they shouldn't be chosen to go into the final competition tonight? So people are throwing other people under the bus. They're like, well, you shouldn't pick me because I looked out for you, but such and such over there did not. Like, y'all, it gets into it, but in the best way. Because it really have you like, oh, I can't believe she said that. Or, ooh, he being shady. Like, but in the best, but not in like a performative, like you can tell they're doing too much. You can genuinely tell they're invested in this game. They're trying to get this 200,000. And that, more than anything, the challenges this season, Fear Factor House of Fear has stepped it up a whole notch. Like, of course, we know traditional Fear Factor, right? You think you got to eat a piece of bread that has like ants all over it, or, you got to drink a smoothie that has like pig ears and chicken livers, and they like, blend it up. We're used to that. We're used to the snakes and the creepy crawlers and everything. These challenges in Fear Factor House of Fear take it up a notch. Everything from being buried alive in actual cement while having to physically complete puzzles to remove yourself before the cement hardens. But you have to do it in a 5-person team, and everyone can't get out of the cement until everyone has completed the puzzles. I felt like I held my breath that entire episode. Like that entire scene, I was like, oh my God, are they gonna get it? They are doing things like a pain auction where you get to bid on which pain, like there were I think there were maybe like 10 or 12 different tasks you could choose from. But it was really like a bidding auction, like 45, 35, 45, like it was like that. So they're holding up paddles to say like, oh, sign me up for 8 snake bites. Okay, anyone 9 snake bites. And they're putting up their paddles. Like that episode, I won't say who it was, but one of the contestants picked the option to be like electrocuted. And they equated the intensity to the power of a car, 3 car batteries being jumped with jumper cables. Like that's the amount of intensity that was flowing through his body. The screams, and you could literally see his body just, But when I tell you I could not turn away, it's like so bad, but so good. But yes, there are height and suspension tests, the human claw. There are race against the clock games where they have to take off straitjackets and get out of enclosed spaces, but so entertaining. Please drop down in the comments, are y'all watching Fear Factor House of Fear? We are locked in over here. Like, it is so good. I'm so excited to finish the final and see who actually wins, you can catch Fear Factor. You can catch Fear Factor House of Fear on Fox/Hulu, Disney Plus.